Let's go ahead and get started right now. Welcome to the webinar this afternoon. My name is Matt Jacobson. I'm the online learning coordinator for the Learning Technology Center of Illinois. And working with us today is Brian Bates. He's our director of professional learning for the LTC. Brian will be helping out with the webinar and moderating the chat and Q&A for us today. I'd like to remind everybody that all of our webinars are being recorded, and we will be posting those recordings within 24 to 48 hours of the end of this webinar today. If you have any questions, please feel free to type those questions into the chat during our presentation today. Make sure you switch the little drop-down menu in the chat to everyone so we can all see your questions and share in the responses today. We are awarding professional development credits for your live attendance during the webinar today. You will need to complete an evaluation of the webinar after it ends. Those evals will be mailed out within, again, 24 to 48 hours of the end of our session today. Today, we are going to be learning a little bit about teaching digital safety for littles with our friend Lesley Grady. So Lesley, would you mind unmuting yourself and introduce yourself? And I think you have the ability to share. So tell us a little bit about who you are, and you can take it away, Lesley.
All righty. Hi, everyone. My name is Lesley Grady, and I'll pop that up on screen for everyone. Let's see if I can get it to do from the beginning. All right, there we go. My name is Lesley Grady. I'm at Central Elementary School in O'Fallon, Illinois, which is a little southern suburb outside of St. Louis, about 20 miles or 20 minutes away. This is my 14th year at Central. However, it's about my 20th teaching computers to K through 4th grade. So I'm really excited. This is a passion of mine, is teaching digital safety to our little ones. It's something that can be started as early as preschool, as soon as they get those devices in their hands. So I'm excited to share with you years of materials that I've accumulated and some ideas that you can use in your classrooms as well. You'll notice there is a bit.ly down at the bottom of my page here. That'll also be in the video that'll be sent out, the recording afterwards as well. So if you need to get back to these materials, you can. So I normally do 8 different sections of digital safety with our kiddos here. These are all based on half an hour to 45-minute lessons. These are items that you can pick and choose from. So if you want to use some of these ideas, great. And if there's others that you don't feel fit for your kiddos, those are ones that you can skip over for sure. Some of the material you'll probably have seen with different companies. So you probably have heard of some of them as we're going through some of this material. So the first one I always start with is, what is your digital footprint? And I try to give lessons to the kids that involve stories and songs and activities, so that they get a wide range of activities in that 30 to 45-minute range. One of the ones that I happen to enjoy, this is a newer book, is The Technology Tale by Julia Cook. My students don't care for me reading. I'm not the librarian at school that does all the different voices and such. So I tend to try to find them on YouTube. And so there is a copy of this on YouTube as well, if you would prefer someone else to read it for you. So we start off with The Technology Tale. This is a great introduction book of what is their digital footprint, what they do online and how it follows them around. This is perfect to get that narrative going. What do they use on the computer? How are they using it? Where are they seeing things? What is their behavior online? So this is a good story for that. Then I have a video from Common Sense. So if you've heard of Common Sense Media, they have a whole line of videos that also go along with it. They also have curriculum that you can follow. So if you need ideas, Common Sense Media, and it's their educational resources, will give you some great ideas of where to stop. They also have worksheets and slides that you can present from as well. So this little video just goes through what a digital footprint is and where it leads you. And then I like to do a digital footprint with my students. So my kiddos love stickers. So I create stickers with different apps and different websites that they might use or devices they might use where they might leave a digital footprint. You can also use auto draw. I've done it that way as well with some of my older kids, especially if we're online learning like we were with COVID. I did a mixture of packets and online, so you can mix and match how you want to do that. So I have them just design what their digital footprint is, whether it's websites, devices, social media, whatever they're using, and I have them then decorate their digital footprint. And that gets them thinking about all the places they go and they use different products, apps, and devices as well. Here is the links to the Common Sense Media group. They also have a coloring book. So there is a link here for their coloring book as well that you can download online. My second topic that I usually do is keeping safe online. So this is keeping your personal information, whether it's personal or private. I really enjoy Faux Pas the Technocat. There are several different programs that Faux Pas does. So Faux Pas does social media. Faux Pas works with downloading and copyright. And so there are 5 stories that they have through the Faux Pas line, and that's from the I Keep Safe organization, which is through McGruff the Crime Dog. So you'll see that in this video is you'll see McGruff the Crime Dog. He'll introduce Faux Pas the Technocat in this one. And this is a lot like Hanna-Barbera style of cartoon, and the kids really seem to enjoy this one as well. And it gets them talking about what is personal information, what is private information, what can we share, what can we not. Stop, Think, Connect is another great group, and they are from Stay Safe Online, and they do PSAs. So this is a short PSA of about stopping to think before you click while you're online. Should you send that information out or should you not? With my older kids, we do our own PSAs, and they actually draw the little faces on their thumbs, and they write their own scripts and do a PSA comment type video for the younger students. So that's always interesting to see of what they come up with how to stay safe online, and what they should share and what they should not share. Also, Faux Pas has a coloring page as well, coloring pages that you can download. This one I created into a game where they were to turn the card, whether it was personal information or not personal information. And these are the 2 characters from the video. So they color the characters, cut them out, put them on a popsicle stick, and then we go through what is personal information and examples of what is personal information and what is not personal information. Personal information being your name, your age, those types of things. Not personal being your opinions, your likes, your dislikes, those types of things. And then I give them examples, and then they tell me whether it's not personal or personal information they should share. With the older age group, you might want to do a little internet safety hangman, and there's the website for that. That is a great review of everything that they've been learning. And then there is the Stop, Think, Connect song. They used to have a contest. I don't know if they do it anymore, but this was from Stay Safe Online. And they had a group from Boston, Massachusetts, and they won the first year. And this is their song that they won with. And so the kids love a good cheesy song, as I say. I'm kind of known for them. So the kids always know that there's going to be some kind of music and some kind of story each day that we do our internet safety And then here is the link for Faux Pas the Technocat and the coloring pages for that as well. Our third lesson that we do is on passwords and privacy settings. So here at school, we have a generic password for all of our kids, and we use the clever badges for our little ones as well. So we go into what are strong passwords and what are privacy settings should we be using, and then we go out and we check them. Our K through 4s have a general password that we are moving away from, and then when they get into 5th through 8th grade, that's when they're allowed to make up their own. So we talk about what are secure passwords and what secure passwords are made up of. One of the great stories that I use with this one is chicken clicking. This is about a little chicken that sneaks into the farmer's house and gets online because the farmer hasn't password protected his computer and leaves it open and running at night. So the kids really enjoy this story, and it gets them talking about making sure that you log out of your computer, that you turn it off, those types of things to keep your information private, not leaving yourself logged into any kind of program that you're working with. We talk about parents who, have the computer save their passwords for those accounts such as Amazon or their Facebook accounts, and how you should log out of them due to the fact that someone else could come in and then use those accounts. So they really get busy talking about that, and it opens up that line of communication, probably much to the parents' dismay as they go home and start telling them that their things are not secure. I've had a couple of parents send me notes saying, thank you so much. Another video, great video on privacy and password protection for maybe older kids. This one is super secure passwords. This tells us how to create a super strong password. Oops, my lights just went off in my room due to the fact that I haven't moved around. Okay, sorry about that. We're using super strong passwords. So this is using passphrases. Passphrases are the in for passwords now. So we talk about what makes up a strong passphrase, and it's usually 7 words in a string, usually with capital and lowercase letters in them and symbols in them and that type of thing. You can actually, there's a program that'll help you find words to use. And so that's connected with this particular video. Then we go through what is a password in a code, and what letters you can swap out for symbols and what they might be. And then I do a few little games with them of, what is the code by using the chart above, that type of thing. Then we'll have them create a word or a word with a number as a password, and then numbers and symbols for letters, and then what their passphrase is. And then we will check how strong their passwords are. They really enjoy this one because I will use have the teachers give me their passwords or come in and type them in, and they will put them in the password checker and then see how strong they are. So we have a teacher who's been teaching here a long time, and she has a password that most of us know because she likes to break her computers a lot. And so we type that in, and her password through the program can be detected in under 5 seconds. So she has now been convinced to change her password. So they really enjoy this. Even the little ones can get in on this. We'll think of a group password and then try it out and see how strong it will be. And they really seem to get a kick out of this as well. Here is a rap song about super safe passwords and how you need to be secure online. It's just a fun little song for the kids about those passwords and how people can get into your accounts if your passwords are not safe enough or strong enough. And then here are a few password strength detectors that you can use that are online, that are free. And then our fourth one is keeping our devices safe from malware. So this is a real popular one with the kids. They love to talk about having viruses on their computers, or having the blue screen of death, or other issues with their computers at home. So they really love this one to talk about, and they all usually have a story to share, which is kind of interesting. This one here, I use faux pas and the dangerous download. This is another one from the I Keep Safe group. And this is a good one about also copyright infringement, and how when you download something from the internet, even though it's free, you're stealing from others who are making money from that. So songs, books, movies, those types of things, a lot of the things that the kids might get online. So this is a good one for that. Brain Pop has several good videos for digital safety for the little ones. One is on malware as well. So this is a good one. This one talks about the different types of malware in it, which is always interesting for the kids. They really seem to like this one as well. Then we have the security awareness group, and this is Security Awareness Company, and these are found on YouTube. They've recently been bought out by Knowledge Before, and they now charge money for these, but the older videos, they are free on YouTube. So this is a parody of 9 to 5, and it talks about hackers hacking in and passwords and having secure passwords and things like that. And the kids love it. The songs are kind of cheesy. Some of the songs are age appropriate, some of them are not. So make sure if you're going to use their materials, you listen all the way through. Some of them are great until the very end, of course, and then there's something that can't be shown to little ones on it. So, but this is a good group for parody songs for different types of passwords and that. I also make up a chart for the kids. We do a matching with the different types of malware. So we go into that a virus is a type of malware. And then, then we go into the other types: worms, ransomware, spyware, and Trojan horses. And then we do a matching with it as well. Ransomware is really popular right now from our kids. We've had several school districts that have been attacked with ransomware. And so that has been big in the news here lately for us over the last year or two. So they're big into all the different types of malware and what they are. I'll also play a game with them where we use tweezers, the big plastic tweezers, and I have little like chips with the different types of malware on them. And then they get a card and they have to go to the center of my room, pick up the correct malware, and then put it on the card and try to get a bingo or a tic-tac-toe, or however I want to do it. And then once they get it correct, they then get to go get their own computer worm, which is either a gummy worm or a sour worm. And they think that's hilarious that they get to eat malware then. And then Malware Bytes has a terrific coloring book for kids that is free, that's downloadable online as well. And that's the malware hero. I think his name is Zero. And because then there's zero viruses in their computers or malware type thing. And so that's a really great coloring book for them as well. And then, so our next one is digital etiquette. And this has to do with email. And this one really came up last year when we went, and the year before when we went online, and the kids were communicating through email. So we really had to work with what is good etiquette when online. So Webster's email is a good one for that. There's a whole series of Webster books on digital safety for little ones, and it opens up a good conversation for that as well. Brain Pop has a good digital etiquette video as well. And then of course there are quizzes and things that go along with the Brain Pop group as well that you can use in there. So we talk about how one writes an email, what one should should write in an email, what one shouldn't write in an email. We talk about what else, using punctuation and how you might write something and you feel it is funny, but it's not funny to the person who reads it. How we don't type in all capital letters and those types of things. So we go through a lot of that digital etiquette, especially through email. And then we do email through the class where they write their email out on a piece of paper. I become the server that they send it to. I then look at it, direct it to the person's inbox, meaning taking it to the person. So that way I can also look to make sure that it's appropriate messages that they're sending back and forth. And then of course there is a song, and this one is also from the Security Awareness Group, and it's talking about having email that are clean and sent to the right person, and just a cute little ditty sent to a Christmas song. It's really kind of fun. And then NetSafe also has digital safety videos for little ones that also open up a great line of communication for the kids as well. And then we have cyberbullying. That's a biggie now for us as well, since we've been online, is talking about our cyberbullying. Troll Stinks is a great book for that. It's about two little goats that find a cell phone and send out messages as if they're another person. So that's a good story as well for the kids, since all of them have seems as they get older cell phones. And then we have Common Sense Media has some great tips for cyberbullying as well. And then so does our Stop and Think group as well. Another great video. This one is actually through the BBC. So it's also a good resource as well, the Stop Speak support group. And then the Dobre Brothers, this is a big song on being a cyberbullying and bullying as well. And this is a group of brothers that put out videos on YouTube. And so very popular with the kids. They all knew who they were. And then we play cyberbullying, bullying, or tattling bingo. A lot of kids have a hard time figuring out what is cyberbullying, what is bullying, and what is tattling. So we work on that as well. And so we might play a little bullying, cyberbullying, and tattling, and we give them scenarios, and then they have to figure out, is the person bullying, cyberbullying, or tattling? And then they have a bingo card where they try to figure out how they can get bingo by putting the markers in the right place for each one as well. And then digital safety, the seventh one is social media and oversharing. Kids younger and younger are out on social media. TikTok is huge in our school. So we are trying to combat some of that. So we start with Nerdy Bird Tweets, which is an excellent story about what one shares through social media about others and how it can hurt others' feelings. And so that's a good book for the kids. There's a couple of cute songs. This one here is about social media and how it's always there to stay. Then this one is social media's do's and don'ts, and it's just talking about oversharing as well. That not everybody needs to know what you're doing every second of the day. And then of course, this is the old Geico commercial where they're putting stuff up on their wall. The kids get a big kick out of that because it is so old. And so they haven't realized that they've never been in a world where there hasn't been the internet or social media, some of them. So it's cute for them to get to react to this old commercial from Geico. And then we talk about age and what age you're supposed to be for your different social apps. And so we talk about how at age 13, you're supposed to have an account. You can have an account on Facebook and Twitter and Discord and those types of apps that they might use. You'll find out that a lot of them already are on or already have an account. So we talk about why we have age restrictions as well. 16 being Zoom and the WhatsApp app. And then at 18, this is the one that irritates them the most, because this is your Spotify, this is your YouTube, this is your Xbox and your PlayStation. So we talk about what to do if someone is bullying them online, especially through one of these products. What to do if one has negative comments on a YouTube channel, whether they're being bullied while playing on their PlayStation or their Xboxes. I always tell them I'm not against these things, that they have these accounts, but to make sure that they have a trusted adult there that they can talk to if these things are happening, and make sure that that adult knows what they are doing. So we have some real good conversations about that as well. And then we have a good song that is a parody off of the One Direction song. And about oversharing and social media and who you share with. And then here are a couple of other good books that go along with that, with Clicker the Cat and Goodnight Selfie as well. And then we'll play a Kahoot game that I've created that has all of the different icons and logos for the different social media apps and websites that they might use, and to see which ones they know and which ones they don't. Usually my kiddos get about 100% of these correct. They're pretty much aware of most everything that is out there. And then we talk about what is real and what is fake on the internet. Lastly, a lot of kids believe that whatever's out there on the internet is real. And so we have to talk about what is real and what is fake. With that, we use the book, but I read it on the internet. And so, especially with pictures, and they'll use writing research papers as they get older. They'll just write what's on the internet and not look up its source to make sure that it's real or not. So we go into that. Even our little ones, we talk about pictures that they might see that we know are not real. And then I'll do some examples of what is real and what is not real, depending on whether they've zoomed in the lens or zoomed out or photoshopped or those types of things. When Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer was out, the movie, they all were doing Illinois reports, and they wanted to use pictures of Abraham Lincoln as a vampire slayer. And so that was a great discussion of why that wasn't real, that it was fictional. And so pictures are usually the biggest issue we have with the little ones until we get older into writing papers. So there are games that you can play online that deal with real or fake. And we will do the real and fake challenge together in class, and we'll decide whether that picture is real or not. And that always becomes an interesting debate, especially with my older kids, my fourth graders. And then I'll allow them to create their own news and their own newspaper article, and there are generators that will create, fake live news broadcasts that you can put in, or newspaper clippings and such. And so then we'll create our own fake news. We get a lot of aliens coming down to earth with that one. But it's a good writing assignment for the kids, and it gets them thinking about what is real and what is fake on the internet as well. And then finally, we wrap it up with Google Interland and safe online surfing as a big review. This is mainly for my second, third, and fourth. With kindergarten and first grade, we might do it together, where we'll answer the questions together and go through it that way. The Interland game can be a little challenging for the kindergartners, so we'll usually pick a person and have them try to compete the challenges, and then we'll try to answer all of the questions together. So Google Interland is a great one. There's also a coloring book with that one as well, that you can get through Google and download as well. And I have a link for that for you. And then this safe online surfing is actually through the FBI. and you can join a contest with this one. So you can sign your class up, and then they compete against other classes around the US and allow them to rise up and down the leaderboard. And this runs from now until the end of May. So you can actually sign your groups up, and these are done by grade level. So third, fourth, fifth, I think it goes all the way up to 8th grade. So you can do it with those as well. I usually use Google Interland with my younger ones because it's not as age generated as this one is. So, and that's what I have there. And then this one here is just a cute song about keeping your personal information to yourself as well. And this is through the security awareness group as well. It's a fun parody as well. And then I've added in some resources, great resources. If you have any kind of military base nearby, we're close to Scott Air Force Base. So they will come out during Cybersecurity Month in October and do presentations to the kids. So if you have any kind of military bases, they will also contact your state police as well. If you have a local group, ours is located in Collinsville, just a few miles down the road. And they also have groups. Your local police department also might have a group that will come out and talk to the kids about cybersecurity and internet safety and staying safe online. Several courthouses, if you have a county courthouse, several of the judges from ours will come in and talk to our kids about staying safe online. With the older kids, they get a little bit more in depth into the legal ramifications of it, but they also are a great resource to come out and talk to the kids as well, if you can have people come in and do as well. But these are some other great places to go and look for other information on digital safety. NetSmarts is a great one. They have lots of videos and pre-done lessons that you can use to get something going in your classrooms as well. So those are all great resources as well. There's some that are crossword puzzles and word searches and other things like that as well on this list that you can look into. So I really hope this helps all of you get a program started on your own or to advance the one that you've already have. And that's what I have.
Well, thanks so much, Lesley, for sharing how you help our youngest students learn more about digital safety. It's a nice way to wrap up October, our Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and get ourselves ready for the rest of the school year. We'll go ahead and hold for questions right now. I'll unmute and allow anyone who wants to just have a chat with Lesley to talk and ask questions. And if you'd rather not talk and you'd just like to type your questions in, please feel free. Okay. Well, Lesley, I don't see much in the way of questions today, and that's okay. Anything else you'd like to share with us today, Lesley?
I don't have anything else.
Okay.
If you need anything else, or if you think of something, just shoot me an email. My email address was on there in the bit.ly if you want to do that, and I'd be more than willing to help you find resources or to help you build your program if that's something you're needing. I don't mind to do that as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today and your wisdom. We appreciate that. Folks, if you'd like to learn more, I did put the clickable link into the chat for you. And if you'd like to join us for future webinars, please check out our webinar page at ltcillinois.org/events/webinars. This recording will be available on YouTube within 24 to 48 hours. And we will also send evaluation forms for PD credit out to the email that you registered with in the next 24 to 48 hours as well. Again, thank you, Lesley, and thanks to everyone who joined us today. Have a great day.